Hi and welcome to the Game of Life. This is a special one because we have the latest champion in the country. Well, the dictator is gone. This is a super champion who has represented Uganda at the very highest level, participated in the FIBA Africa World Cup qualifiers, been at the AfroBasket. Remember 2021, Kigali, Uganda finishing 6th? Yes. I'm super excited because he's been part of the revolution that has ended a 10 championship, that's basketball, winning run by the City Oilers. In the studio with me, the one and only Tonny Drileba. Welcome to the Game of Life.
Thank you for having me.
Mingoni.
I'm okay.
What does Drileba mean?
It means good luck.
Good luck.
It means good luck, yeah.
And you've had it.
I have.
The Blazers. Blazers have had it.
Yes, we have, thankfully.
You look fresh. I see a bruise on your right eye. Is that from the series, the finals?
Yeah, these are, we call them battle scars.
Battle scars.
Yeah, victory scars, actually. Victory scars.
Okay, which game was that?
Game 6. Game 6, the last game of the finals.
Was it an eye prick?
No, I got an elbow to the face. Loose ball situation, and yeah.
Do you remember the person responsible for that?
I do.
Do you want to say them? Tony, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I'm really super happy to have you.
Thank you for having me.
We wanted to have the trophy here, but I'm told even you do not know where it is.
The trophy is still doing its rounds.
So do you have an idea where it is? As of today?
I think one of the players has it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Midweek, Wednesday, you clinched it. Let's start right there, but not getting too much of it, but at least I want us to know.
Yeah.
You clinched this championship after 10 straight seasons where Oilers were winning it. 8 of those were part of.
Yes, I was.
Actually, the nation wanted most of you gone, but you had to cross over and then make sure you participate in the struggle. And then, since that championship, you guys have not slept, have you?
I have.
Okay.
But a lot of the other guys I know are. I don't think they've slept for 3 straight nights now. So celebrations are still going on.
The best facilitator of the game of his generation now, and the latest champion with the Namuwongo Blazers, Tonny Drileba. We are going to have a very good one. And trust me, I'm super pleased to have you. I've mentioned everything you've done.
Yeah.
You've won the national championship, NBL, 8 times with City Oilers. Your 9th is the latest with Namuwongo Blazers. Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
And of course, you played at the AfroBasket, FIBA AfroBasket. That's huge.
Yep.
2021, Kigali, Uganda finishing 6th in that. I think we did beat Cameroon and Nigeria in that.
Yeah.
And then, of course, several qualifiers, including the World Cup, but also Road to Ball with the City Oilers. And you're just from another Road to Ball with the Nam Blazers. And the fixtures for the Elite 16 are out, facing Johannesburg Giants. You have Nairobi Stars in there.
And the wild card.
And a wild card.
Yes, there's a wild card.
How many do they want to move from there to go to the next stage?
So from our conference, they'll select 2. Then there's another conference playing where they'll select 2 as well. Initially, it was 3 teams, but now they select 2, and there's I think there's 2 wild cards. 2 wild cards for the BAL.
Okay.
So
we'll get into the thick of the series. But before that, we want to know this latest, I'd love to use the word kid in basketball. Forget the years. But in terms of the kind of influence you've had in the game since late, I won't say last decade, 2017, 18, and then 19, you go to the national team. But what you've done with the Oilers all through, and now the Nam Blazers, this whole thing, where did it start? Did anyone of your parents, brothers, sisters, mom, dad, did they play basketball? Where did you start, throwing that ball?
So my big brother used to play. When I was in primary school, I would go, he would take me with him on weekends.
His name?
Patrick. It's called Patrick. Patrick Iki.
Iki.
Yes.
Okay.
He doesn't play anymore. But I used to go watch him play with his friends at Mengo Senior School when I was in primary school. And that's where I picked the interest from, and for the first couple of years, especially when I joined Senior 1, he mentored me in the game a little bit. He didn't have that much interest in it, but he mentored me a little bit in the game. He's a very calm guy. He's very soft-spoken. I think in a way that also shaped the kind of player that I became.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Calm, soft-spoken. That's seen by those who watch you facilitate the game. And then which class is that you're picking interest in the game?
I was in primary 5 at the time when I started.
Okay. And school, which school is that?
I was at it was called Revival Junior School.
Where is that?
That's Sao Paulo Kagwa Road.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
P5.
Primary 5, yes.
Were they playing basketball at that school?
My school did not have basketball, so I would go with my brother to Mengo
Mengo.
Senior School. Yes.
No wonder you went to Mengo. SS.
Yeah.
So that
6
played
years.
a part.
6 years.
6
yes.
years.
Yes.
Okay, and at Mengo you really played basketball.
I did. I really got into the game. I think to this day, some of my closest brothers are the guys that I met at Mengo through basketball. The guys that we played with, won a championship, a national schools championship. Yeah.
Which year was that?
That was 2011.
2011.
2011.
Okay.
Those are some of my closest brothers to this day. Most of them don't play anymore, but they come and watch our games. They're always checking in.
Does your brother Patrick watch the games?
He's not in town, so
Okay.
it's hard for him. But I know he watches online. I'm certain he watches online.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I greeted you in Mingoni. That's from Arua. Which
Yes,
language
it
is that?
That's Lugbar.
Lugbar.
Yes.
Is that where you were born?
No, I was born in Kampala. Born and raised Kampala.
Or in Kampala?
Well, I grew up in different parts of Kampala.
Okay.
Makere, Boise, Mengo. Yeah, I've been quite around.
You're a true citizen.
Yes, I have. Yes, I am.
And did you, the kind of environment that you grew up in, did you grow up in with mom and dad in the same homestead?
With both my parents.
Okay.
Yeah, all through my formative years, I was with my parents.
Are they all still with us?
No, just my dad.
Just dad.
Just my dad. Yeah.
Okay. And brothers and sisters apart from Patrick?
I have. Well, there's 4 of us. I have 2 brothers and 1 sister.
Okay.
And I'm the last of the 4.
You're the last.
I'm the last of the 4.
Should I say you're the shortest?
No, I am not.
Because if that's the case.
No, it's only my brother Patrick that is taller than I am.
Okay.
Or I think we're now
you're
almost the
6'2",
same.
6'3"?
Yes. So it's just Patrick, but my other brother and my sister are not taller than I am. Yeah.
How was your household like? Take us there. Growing up.
Typical African household, really.
Yeah.
I had your traditional African dad. He was very functional, functional, typical African dad. My mom was a lot more liberal. She was freer with us, so she was our safe space. But it was a good household. I don't remember lacking, my dad made sure we had everything we needed. My mom as well. It was strict. There's a lot of things that they didn't allow to slip, especially discipline-wise.
Yeah.
And I think it really shaped me into the person that I am now. Yeah.
And were they civil servants, business people?
Business. My dad started out as I think he worked at the High Court.
Okay.
But then he now went into teaching, and he's about to retire. Actually, he's been teaching for better part of 35 years now. I think.
What does he teach?
At Mengo.
What does he teach?
Yeah. Technical drawing, metalwork.
Yeah.
I don't know the third one, but yeah.
There's something special with between your family and Mengo.
There is.
Okay.
There is, yes. So, yeah.
And mom?
Mom was into business for her. She ran a couple of businesses. Yeah, private businesses. Yeah.
At what age did she leave you?
Oh, I was It was 2018. I don't remember how old I was then, but
2018.
2018, yes. 2018, yeah.
And you're already playing?
Yes, I was. Yeah.
Okay. How was she?
Incredible human being. I don't think I've met anyone like that to this day. Yeah, the kind of heart she had. I think the number of people that went through our household would just, it's testament to the kind of person that she was, you know. There was never a time it was just us, you know. There was always an extension. You have cousins coming around, uncles, whatever it was, and she was always welcoming. You know, she always lent a helping hand whenever she could. She never turned anyone away, you know. Yeah, she was an incredible person.
Dad and mom, having, of course, interfaced with them all your life, how much would you say they shaped who you are today?
I'd say probably 95% of who I am now, because like I said, there's a lot of things that they did not let slip. Growing up, you know, we had a curfew. We all had a curfew. Substance use was completely prohibited, you know. No alcohol, no smoking, none of that. No partying, clubs, none of that stuff, you know. And to this day, it's a very strange world for me to even be out in the night, you know, on that scene.
It doesn't register well.
It doesn't to this day, you know. And I think that really helped with the discipline when it comes to the game, you know, being able to allow my body to rest, knowing what exactly I'm putting in my body, so I stay in the best shape that I can be in order to deliver on the court. So. And I mean, now basketball forms such an integral part of my life. So I still tie it back to what they did, yes.
Does dad and maybe do your siblings, apart from Patrick, do they follow the game? Do they come to watch you?
My sister came.
Which game?
The last time she came was the 2022 series.
Okay.
Game 7, when we played against the Blazers. Okay. And she vowed never to come back because the pressure was too much. Okay. She was pacing all over the place because the pressure was too much. But she doesn't miss any of the games. She'll watch. Yeah, she does. She watches, not at the arena,
on TV.
But yeah, she doesn't miss any of the games. If she can't watch, she'll follow the live stats. You know, she's always she calls me before games if we don't meet. She just wishes me luck and she says a prayer for me. Wow. She calls me after games. We talk about the game. You know, she's so engaged in it. My dad, not so much. He's a newspaper guy, so he'll wait and see in the newspapers, and then he'll call me. Okay. My other brothers, not so much as well. You know, they're
Okay. Yeah. So Mengo is 6 years. From there, you go to university.
Makerere University.
Yes. What are you studying?
Business stat.
Business stats.
Yes.
No wonder you're good at stat and reading the game here and there, putting pieces together. So at this time, you're playing at Mengo. I keep forgetting the acronym for the basketball community club that you started at.
Abacode. Yes.
Are you playing at Mengo and Abacode at the same time?
No.
How do you get to Abacode?
So in my senior 5, this organization came to Uganda. They already had a branch in West Africa. It's a French-Canadian organization. They use basketball as a tool to just impact communities, work with youth. So they had a branch in, I think, Ghana at the time, and they wanted to extend to Uganda. So they used Mengo as the base for the Ugandan branch of Abacode. They came and they built a court. They renovated the existing court, and they took over the basketball program at the school. There was no club at that time. But then when we finished senior 6 and we won the National Schools Championship, that idea came up. You know, why don't we get a team in the lower division that's going to be a platform for guys coming out of high school to actually have an opportunity to play in the league. And that's how Abacode came about, and we were the pioneers, the very first players to play on that team in the lower division.
That's Div 3.
Yes.
And you helped them
We
get
went to
promoted
Div 2,
Div
yes.
2. And then the very unsuspecting dictator. We didn't know at the time that there would be a dictator. By the way, for those watching, dictator, City Oilers, Ugandans nicknamed them dictator because when they got promoted from the lower division to the top flight National Basketball League in 2015, they won the title. 2014?
2013.
2013. After the Warriors.
Yes.
And then from then all the way, only COVID intervened. That's 2020, 2021.
Yes.
But they've been winning the championship 10 times. This man here, 8 of them. Long before you knew that future.
Yeah.
They came and picked you from Abercrombie.
Yes.
2015. Mm-hmm. And just how did they, because City Oilers are known for scouting the right places.
Yes.
They know how to put the right pieces together.
Yeah.
How did they get to you? Were you scouted by one of them? Were you recommended by the school? How did that happen?
So they had approached me, I think, 2014. But I was still at the university, and I knew the pressures of playing for a defending champion would be really high. So I waited until my final year to actually move. But Ben Komakech, he had been following my game in Abercrombie, and I mean he's one of my role models, one of the guys I used to watch when I started out my basketball journey, and he was following my progress in the game. So I remember he wrote me and told me he wanted me to actually join the Oilers. So I think he recommended
to the Oilers,
to management, that there's this young man. He'd been watching me for a while, and he asked them to just come out and watch one of the games. So I remember we're playing UCU JV in the semifinals, I think, and City Oil management came out. The top boss, his immediate follower, like they all came out to watch that game, and I had a very good game. I didn't even know they were around. The team manager came and spoke to me after the game and asked if I would be interested in joining the Oilers. And the
rest is history. Wow.
Yeah.
That's quite interesting. And then you come. Did you have a dream of playing top flight basketball?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. Everyone dreams of something like that. You know? But I don't remember explicitly thinking of joining the Oilers, because when at that time, the powerhouses were Warriors, Power, Falcons. These were the big teams, and
UCU, even though they were not
UCU,
winning,
yes. When I finished high school, I did get approached by Power, and Falcons and Ndeje, because at that time Ndeje was also quite prominent. Ndeje Angels. Coach Walker, I don't know if you're
yes.
Coach Walker. From Power, Isaac Afidra, Isaac. I remember him calling. He called you? He called me.
Oh,
he called me. This is fresh out of high school. He called me. He told me because when I played the high school nationals, I was MVP. So there was a lot of attention.
They were watching.
Yeah. So he called me and he gave an offer. He said the club could pay for my tuition, just something I should think about, if I could join them. I got a full ride scholarship offer from UCU. Coach Dale Scully at the time, I don't know if you remember him, the white coach. I was at UCU for like a week doing tryouts and whatnot. There were a lot of teams, and I did not think about Oilers, because at that time those were the big teams in the league. But then they won 2 in a row, and then they approached me, and I figured it was, and I'd played in the lower division for 3 seasons already. So I figured it was a good time to level up.
And you arrive at Oilers, different environment altogether.
Completely.
And you're not playing for a team that's trying or struggling to win a championship. You're playing for a team that's on top of the game.
Yeah.
How do you get in?
It was tough, to be honest. It was such a star-studded team at that time. Like I said, Komakech was top of his game at that time.
Did you find Steve in?
So Steve Omony, he at that time he was still with Falcons.
Oh, he was still.
But then he joined, I think, 2 seasons later.
Okay.
He played with us 2 seasons later. Yeah. It was star-studded. There were so many players that ranked ahead of me in my position. Komakech, Jimmy Enabu, Jeff Omondi, Juko Daniel. It was a good team, you know.
How did they welcome you?
Oh, the good guys, really good guys, like really good guys. There was no negativity, you know. They would advise me all the time, you know, do this, try this. They would watch my game and make recommendations. It was just a good group of guys, you know. They really welcomed me. Fortunately, I had also spoken to Ben before, and I had played on his FNL team, Friday Night Lights team.
Yeah.
So it was an easy transition, you know, because he made the recommendation for me to be added to the team. And I mean, you've interacted with Jimmy Enabu as well.
Yeah.
You know the kind of person he is, you know. So these are guys that help me blend into the system easier. Yeah.
And of course, the championship. You didn't wait. Immediately you came in and you were a champion.
Yeah.
The first, second, third, last, which one sticks the most?
With the Oilers?
Yeah.
I think the one of 2018 for me.
Okay.
That one of 2018 was a tough one. It was a very tough one because I had to make a transition from losing probably the most important person in my life to getting back on the court. Yes.
Yeah.
It was one of the toughest for me, and that's the one that really sticks. I can't forget that one. I remember all the emotions that I went through. It was a tough one. That one was, for me, to this day, really stands out. Yeah.
How your teammates knowing what was happening, how did they get you together to make sure you're safe?
I think I held it in well, publicly at least, you know. I don't like having things off the court distract me from doing my job on the court, you know. And I'm a very private person. I keep to myself a lot.
Yeah.
So even when I'm going through stuff, I'll keep to no one will know. I'll still show up. I'll still laugh. We'll still crack jokes and we'll still play. No one will know, you know. But I don't know. That's just the way I am, you know. Yeah.
And in terms of course, that emotions and the impact and all, but in terms of you feeling like, yes, we've got the act together on court. In terms of the technicalities, like, which one is more fulfilling? And you like, this one, we went all the way out, we showed our A game, or maybe it almost went. Of course, you always won your game 7, so if you went there, that is. Is there all of them? Did you guys feel at any point threatened that you could lose your championship?
Yes.
At Whalers?
Yes. Blazers. When we played Blazers in 2022, we went 3-1 up.
Yeah.
And they came back and leveled the series. And I remember that year we were ridden with injuries. I got injured, I think, on national team duty. I hadn't really fully recovered from that injury, and the finals came around. We had Stephen Omony was injured. Azolibe Francis was out. I think he was also struggling with an injury. Jonah Egao, I think, had torn his ACL or something. So we're down to a very thin rotation. And I mean, the Blazers was the Blazers, you know. They had a strong
they
team.
had the crowd as well.
The crowd,
Yeah.
the team was solid. Dikong, Okal, Daniel Lodu, the solid team. It was a. I mean, even Paul Odong was playing. He was really doing his thing.
Yeah.
That was. I mean, going into that game 7, I think that's the one time that I felt like it could swing either way.
Was that the feeling in the locker room?
Yeah. I can't begin to tell you how many times management called earlier in the day asking how I was feeling, like what I was thinking about the game. It was, everyone knew it could have gone either way. Yeah.
I spoke to Coach Steve, and he did tell me that if he had done some tweak, he would have won that game, game 7. There's some change he should have made late, and that change, and those are the finer details.
Yeah.
So that's the one you realize and remember that you ran away with murder. Yes,
we got away with that one. We definitely got away with that one. We had no business winning that year.
Tell me about Ben as a person and a player, and Steve Omony. You've played with them.
Yes, I have.
How special are they?
So Ben is, in my opinion, probably one of the most technically gifted basketball players this country has ever produced. His level of understanding of the game is incredible. Even just watching how he plays, the reads that he makes, it's beautiful to watch.
Yeah.
Even playing against him,
you stop and wonder.
It felt surreal, first of all, from the first game of the season. But I love good basketball. So if something good happens, something special happens, it hits me, So even as I was playing against him, I'm thinking, okay, that's a very good read. That's a very good, he's one of the most he's what, 38 now, I think, almost. But the way he still plays is incredible. He's an amazing player in my opinion, technically. And it was from way back, and I think he kept getting finer over the years. He's gotten really good at his craft now, and I loved watching him play. I remember watching the Power Warriors final, and every time he had the ball in his hands, it was magic. It was incredible.
Yeah.
But even as a human being, he's very reserved, quiet person until he finds his niche. When he gets comfortable with this group of guys, then you see him start to come out a little bit. He's a funny guy too. That's something people don't know, but he's such a funny guy. He cracks the dumbest jokes.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't know, just watching his demeanor and whatnot. But overall, he's a really good guy. Someone that I would recommend as a mentor to anyone, really. Stephen Omony, experience. You could just see it in his eyes. Experience. And even when his body started giving way, the experience was amazing. Just playing with him and him breaking the game down and explaining things, and amazing, and he's a competitor. That's something that really stood out for me. He's a competitor. He will fight until the end, and this is on top of his skill. He's so skilled, but he's also a fighter. There's usually a lot of people struggle now with that, finding that balance between being
the fighter and the skill.
Yes. These days you find a lot of either or. There's no combination of both. Steve was both. And there was a lot to learn from him, at his age, playing with us and still pushing us like that. It was a special feeling, and for someone that really appreciates the game as you're playing, it hits you. If this guy at his age like this is doing this,
then why not?
You as a younger player, you have to step it up. So yeah.
And you did, of course, as you were winning those championships with Oilers, the national team was watching.
Yes.
And still about the same time after 2018, that event, 2019, you get to the national team. And the tournament that introduces you to the country is hosted at home, Zone 5.
Yeah.
Now, there's a story. I want you to tell me about shirt number 12 and shirt number 4 on the national team. You're even taking water for that. So shirt number 12. So I think at the time, Steve Omony was injured. Yeah. So you're on the team. The Kenyans are here, Egypt, name it. Yeah. So number 4 was, I think, Cyrus Kiviri.
Cyrus, yes.
At number 4.
Yes.
And it's the number you want. First of all, why number 4? Because right now you're wearing number 4 at Namuwongo Blazers. Yeah. Why number 4?
I've just always had an affinity towards it from way back, from high school. Okay. I just had a thing. I think I used to be a soccer fanatic.
Okay.
And one of my favorite players back then wore number 4. And I remember it looked really good at the back of his jersey. He was called...
Arsenal?
No. Okay. United. Okay. United. The defender, I think he was Dutch. I keep forgetting his name. No. In the Wayne Rooney era... what was his name?
Wayne Rooney era. Defender.
Yeah.
Dutch.
Yeah.
United.
He was European. I don't know if it was Dutch, but European. And he had on that jersey. He had this curly hair. I forget his name, but yeah. And he used to wear that, and I loved it. Like, it looked so good on his jersey. I loved it. So, like, from way back, I just had an affinity towards the jersey 4.
Okay. Yeah. So it has nothing to do with Norman Blake.
No, it does not. It
now
does
that
not.
that is out of the way.
Yeah.
So you are handed number 12 by the team manager, Albert Ahabwe.
I remember that conversation very vividly.
Tell me about it. I don't want to tell it.
No, please. You said you have
what
a story.
Was the conversation? What was the conversation about Jersey 12?
No, one statement that I still resonates to this day with me from that conversation. He held the jersey, he gave it to me, and he said, "I know you're going to do this jersey proud." I can't forget that conversation with Albert. I know you're going to do this jersey proud.
Number 12 has been worn by players like, of course, Steve Omony. You have Ali Mavita, Eric Rwabwire.
Yes.
So he really regarded you that high.
He did.
But after that tournament, you went back to 4. You really had something special with the 4.
Yeah.
Did you feel like it was too big 12, or you just had an affinity for 4?
Of course, a bit of both, really. And also out of respect for me, out of respect as well for Stephen Omony and what he had done for the game. I know there's a lot that I learned from him. I felt like, I don't know. I felt like I had done what I had to do with that number, right? They say you quit while you're on top, right?
Yeah.
So to have had that kind of tournament wearing that number, I felt like I was okay leaving it at that, Yeah. So I just went back to 4.
And in that tournament, you actually showed what you were, because Steve was injured. You were given his jersey number, and you had to show for it. As on 5. And then from then on, it was just an upward trajectory for you in the national team.
Yes, it was.
Because all the way 2021, 2020, 2023, literally all the way till now.
Yeah.
You've been in several qualifiers for AfroBasket. Of course, the highlight being 2021 AfroBasket in Kigali. But the tournament, the major tournament where you really broke bone is the one, I think, was it Alexandria?
Yes,
Alexandria.
Yes.
Where we Egypt battered us
Yes.
in the first one. And then next was Morocco.
We beat Morocco.
Morocco.
Yeah, we beat Morocco. We beat Cape Verde.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, there's something. Morocco, remember you're coming from being bruised by Egypt.
Yes.
And this is your first major tournament after Zone 5. So when you go back to the locker room, what are you guys, because if you lose to Morocco, I mean, it's done.
Yes.
So what's the kind of conversations you're having with Coach George and the team? How do you approach Morocco? Of course, you had to at least pick 2 wins for you to be in there. So what's the kind of conversation, or how did you guys approach or pick yourselves up after that?
So Coach George is not a quitter.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that there's a lot of things I picked from him, but quitting is that's you don't even talk about that. We're in a very tough position for sure, but he believed that we could actually win against Morocco. You know, and the one thing going for us at that time was youth. Morocco had a couple of older players. I think the oldest being Nzuita at that time. So they had experience, but they were a lot slower. And Coach George had introduced a different style of basketball for us at that time, the quick kind of game. You know, whether you've conceded or not, you're getting out and getting to your spots and getting through your sets quick. And he trusted that our style of play at that time would actually get us the win against Morocco. You know, and also just getting out there and fighting.
Yeah.
You know, it's played. The game is played 5-on-5. It's like it's a mini tournament. You've played 2-3 games, as have the other guys. Sometimes it comes down to who wants it more. You know, who's going to fight more, who's going to get back faster on defense, who's going to make the right reads. Just the simple things, you know. And that's what we did in that game, and we got the win.
Of course, you've been on the continent both with Oilers and most recently with the Blazers.
Yeah.
But with Oilers several times,
Yes.
a road to Bal. The experience of the club on the continent and the team in these championships and qualifiers, is there a big difference, or where is it?
So the thing with the club competitions is these teams recruit players from out off the continent. So you get to play against guys that can really hoop, like really hoop, you know. And it helps, you know, it helps. No disrespect to anyone, but I mean, there's guys that come from outside Africa that will teach you a lesson in basketball, like really teach you a lesson, you know. And we had very many of those. So now when you come back and you're playing against lesser caliber players, again, no disrespect, but yeah, lesser caliber, it's easier. Honestly, it's easier, but all that experience is invaluable to be able to find a balance. Yeah.
And then after Morocco, there is this is a very interesting story here. After Morocco, you are facing Cape Verde. Now Cape Verde, you know the story. Ivan Almeida, their top guy, and that's the guy you had to stop if you were to win as Uganda.
Yeah.
But from Morocco, I'm told you were badly knackered. Straight from the game, you went to the massage table.
From the Egypt game. Actually.
From the Egypt game.
From the
Egypt game, actually, the big guys, I think, ganged up on you.
Yeah.
They played you out of the game. They just hacked you out of the game.
They were very physical.
And massage table, you had to come back for Morocco. Now, after Morocco, it was really bad.
Yeah.
You were bandaged, but we were playing against Cape Verde, and we needed that win for us to go to the next phase. What did you tell the coach? the morning of the match.
Yeah.
I'm told you begged the coach to guard Ivan Almeida.
Yeah.
Yet you were knackered, you were wasted. Why?
So, one of the greatest honors in life for anyone as an athlete should be to represent their country. If you wear the name of your country at the front, you're representing 45 million people. Out of thousands of basketball players, Ugandan basketball players, you're selected to compete for your country. There should be no excuse. In my opinion, no excuse as to why you don't give everything. I'm a student of the game. I love watching the game, and I love watching game film. I think one of the things that helps me play the way I play is preparing myself mentally. So I watched the Cape Verde games, and I was watching how he played, his favorite sports, the things that he liked to do as he played, and I broke him down. So morning of the game, I think that the night before, we had like a team meeting and watched film, and there was a game plan already. They're going to put James Okello on him, I think. Something like that. If I remember correctly, plan. Yes.
Okay.
But then I rewatched the film, and I because I knew I could defend, I could guard. So I went to the coach in the morning. I told him, just put me on him. Just put me on him. That's going to be my job. I'm not going to do anything else. Don't expect points. But he's not going to see any daylight. I told him that because I'm a competitor, and I do everything I have to do for my team to win, and even more so at the national level, because I know it's beyond just me and the 12 guys that are out there. There's millions of people back home as well that we have to fight for, and I got into that game and I was all over him.
Before you get into the game, when you told the coach that, what was the look in his eyes?
He was shocked. Because I literally limped into his room. I limped into his room and I had all these bandages and whatnot. He was shocked. But I think it also hit him. He found this sense of respect for me as a human being, to come to him and tell him I wanted to do what I asked to do. He was shocked, but then it melted into respect.
And it changed his plans.
He did.
So you go into the game?
And I'm guarding Ivan, and I am fighting my ass off. Like I was in his jersey like the whole time. Actually he tweeted after that game.
Okay.
He tweeted about how physical we guarded him in that game. But yeah.
And he's the guy who was on the board all the time, but at the end of that game, he had 7 points.
Yeah.
And after the game, what did the coach say to you?
So I can't use his exact words because
they're quite expressive.
He's American, and you know how they express themselves. I can't. Yeah, but he was very proud of just the fight. Me getting out there and doing what I did in the state I was in. He pulled me aside and he told me how proud he was.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's quite something. And then we get those 2 wins, which keep us in.
Yes.
There was a phase which we missed, I think, because of COVID or something.
COVID. Yeah.
But then FIBA did give us an opportunity to face Morocco again, and we won that as well and qualified. We qualified. The experience in Kigali. I mean, beating Nigeria, beating Cameroon, finishing 6th.
Yeah.
Just it's like 2 complete worlds.
Yes.
Of what you've been playing, and just take us there.
That camp was amazing. In all honesty, that camp was amazing. The sense of brotherhood, camaraderie, it was amazing. Right from the groups, because we have breakdowns. You look at the chart, most likely how you're going to, going into the round of 16 and quarterfinals. You can see who you might face. Yeah, but I remember there was a sense of belief in the camp that we could actually go all the way.
Oh, really?
All the way. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So, you said you could go all the way.
We believed we could go
And
all
that's
the
because
way.
of the path
Yeah.
that you saw. Because I was about to ask you that when we are, for example, previewing a game, you're reading the name,
Yeah.
Nigeria, these number of titles, Cameroon, I mean, they're
Yeah.
always, and you're Uganda. I mean, like, the best you can do is compete. But you guys actually believed you could go all the way?
We believed we could go all the way. We actually believed we could get to the final.
Interesting.
Like truly get to the final.
Was that down to the players or the coach?
Both.
Both.
And also looking at the journey we'd had in the qualifiers. I mean, that whole COVID situation where we got stuck in Tunisia and to come out of that and then to go and I mean, even we had issues with funding going for the games.
Yeah. You guys would just, I mean, you would meet up 3 days to the match and figure yourselves out.
I mean, even for the Morocco trip, you know, because we played Morocco in Morocco to qualify for that AfroBasket. And 2 days to the game, we didn't know if we're actually going to travel, you know. So just putting all those things together, understanding where we've come from, how like the things we've been through as a team, and finally making it to the tournament, you get that sense of there's something special this time around, you know, to go through all this and still be in the tournament. You know, you feel like there's something special. And that was the feeling we had. Everyone had that, right from the coaches, management, even the players, that we could actually go all the way.
The feeling of beating Nigeria.
Amazing. Because I remember, I think there was a lot of talk before we played Nigeria. You know, Uganda is done. You could see even from how we interacted, like at the hotel, you'd see how they carried themselves versus how we carried ourselves. They felt like, you know,
they had arrived.
Yes, you know. So it was sweet. It was one of the best feelings. Because we beat them in, I think that was round of 16, if I'm not mistaken, round of 16. It was a very good feeling because, like you said, game previews, they're saying all these amazing things about Nigeria as a country, as a basketball country, all the titles they'd won. I mean, the players they had, these are guys playing in Europe, in the US, solid roster. You know, we weren't given a chance. Like no one believed that we could actually win. You know?
And then throughout your time, of course, national team at the clubs, but mainly on the national team, I'm told you're such a freak for watching films of teams.
Yes.
You literally sit down and break down every play.
Yes.
Every move.
Yes.
Every player. I mean, that's the role of the coach.
So you see, a point guard is supposed to be an extension of the coach on the floor. So that's how I think. And I take pride in doing my job. You know, so I mean, I don't know how many notebooks I have that I would fill out with stuff like you're watching and just, I mean, how many times has he gone right? 1, 2, 3. You count how many times has he gone, and you do like a proper analysis, and it prepares you for the games. You know, so I don't know. It's just a thing for me.
After that tournament, Mike Schmitz did tell my friend Albert Ahabwe that he has no doubt you can walk into the NBA and be an assistant coach. Did he ever tell you that?
No, he did not.
You're hearing it for the first time. He said, this kid, his knowledge of the game, his understanding of the game, he can walk straight into the NBA and be an assistant coach. Just how does that make you feel? Knowing Schmitz and the relationship that you have.
I know he's one of the most experienced scouts in the NBA. He's done it for so many years, I think well over a decade. And to hear something like that from someone of his caliber it's humbling. In all honesty, it's very humbling. And I guess it's also a testament to the work showing, because when you put in the work, it shows. So but it's very humbling, truly.
It's quite something.
It is.
No wonder you actually do coach well on the floor as well. We will get into that now. Just to finish that, on the national team, of course, still very much a part of it. How much do you think you guys can go? I mean, you already have been to AfroBasket. So what more do you need with the national team before you say we are done?
World Cup. I think it would be a dream to make it to the World Cup.
Okay.
I mean, or the Olympics. One of the two. It's a very difficult journey. But I think that would be the dream to get to the world stage.
How far do you think we are?
We're not so far, in all honesty, because I think we've made progress as a country, basketball-wise. You can see the kind of talent we have locally now. There's a lot of young players playing outside Uganda. That I think over the next couple of years, given the opportunity, I think we can actually make it. We can actually make it, barring, I don't know, anything disastrous from here, maybe regarding funding and whatnot. I think we can make it. I really think we can make it.
Okay.
Yeah.
As we leave the national team and before we leave Oilers, Oilers are a big part of you.
Yes.
8 championships. I mean, that's really big. That's family. What special thing do you have to say about Oilers? I mean, we are transitioning to Blazers shortly, but Oilers, I want you to speak to Oilers, the fans, the management, teammates. How special is Oilers to you?
I don't think there's anything I can say or do that would properly express how grateful I am for what the organization did for me. I mean, those were probably some of the most critical years for me as a basketball player, being at the Oilers. It was home for me, and I loved being at the Oilers. That's the one. I loved being at the Oilers. The number of players that have been through the organization, how much I learned from the players, how much I learned from even the management. Not just about basketball, but life. There's times we would actually sit and talk about things not basketball. So I don't think I can ever express how grateful I am for what they did for me as a basketball player, but also as an individual, as a human being. Yeah.
Okay. And then we evolve. Time comes. People move.
Yep.
You did play. I was saying you won 8 championships with him, but as we were coming in, you said actually 8.5 because you played more than half of the season of their last championship.
Yes.
You didn't finish it with them, but I think NBA allows you to get a medal for that.
Yes. Yeah. So if you finish, NBA is even lesser games, I think. You get, if that team wins, you get your ring. You actually get a ring.
So now we have 9.5 championships for Tonny Drileba. But anyway, you do move to Blazers. I was at Nam Blazers in January. I think there was talk of you and Jimmy and Nabu, coming, quite a host on a number of former Oilers. But then the move was a bit not very clear at first. Oilers still, you're not Oilers. What exactly happened? Because you guys were a happy family until things started being unclear for that group of yours that moved to Blazers. What exactly happened? Why did you decide? Why didn't you go all the way and win another championship with Oilers?
So we all grow and mature as both as basketball players and there's life off the basketball court.
Yeah.
I think to an extent, it's a lot deeper, but I think they still looked at us as the young players that had joined a couple of years years back, and yet that was so far from the truth. Like we had grown, we had responsibilities. Things had changed over time, and we never really demanded much from Oilers as a team, in my opinion, anyway. Because if you look, so there was a lot of contradiction. Every time we had, for example, international engagements, we were expected to compete at that level with players that, I don't know, were getting like proper professional treatment. So when you get to that level, they want you to compete at that level. But what they're giving you vis-a-vis what they want you to do was contradictory. So, and I think that was the beginning of that whole that whole situation. But also, there's a lot of things. How hard it is playing here.
Yeah.
I can't. It's so difficult. You play the whole year to get to the BAL, and then you get to the BAL, and it's like, you know what, your job is done. Just now we're bringing in, the real basketball players.
I hear you.
And that's tough. Mentally, that really bothers you. I mean, I remember I don't know which year it was. We played road to BAL. We played in Tanzania, the first round. And for me, this is where it really hit me deep, and I actually decided I was done. We played in Tanzania, and I was hurt. Actually, that's the year we played the Blazers. That's the year we played the Blazers in the finals. So we're playing in Dar es Salaam, and we had lost, I think, to Burundi, and we needed to win against Tanzania to qualify for Elite 16. And I was hurt. And I remember the game.
By hurt, you mean injured?
I was injured.
Okay.
The game against Tanzania, those boys shot the lights out. I can't forget that. The craziest shots were falling. He could have tossed a half-court shot this way and it would drop. Everything was falling for them. We had no answers. The first half ended, we were down, I don't even remember how many points, but it was such a huge lead. And it was getting bigger, and it didn't seem like we were going to win that game. And I remember, I cannot forget, I remember Coach Monday at that time was still with the team. He came to me at halftime, and he leaned over the advertising board, and guys were warming up, halftime warm up, and I was hurt. I couldn't, so I was just sitting, and he told me, if there's any way you can get back on the floor and play, please do it. Please do it. I can't forget that. I remember the look in his eyes. I can't forget. It was you could tell he was out of ideas.
Yeah.
And I told the team doctor, Ram, told him, you know what, just do what you can.
Yeah.
Do what you can, and just get me in shape to get out there and play. So he sprayed, he put all kinds of ointments, but wrapped me up and told me, just do what you can, go. And I got back. I played that game. I played the second half. I played the entire second half. I played the whole second half, and we brought the game back. And I remember making very crucial plays, both offensively and defensively, and we won that game.
Oh, really?
And we won that game.
Okay.
And we qualified to Elite 16. And from Elite 16, we qualified to the BAL. Now, a lot of people don't know that was the journey it took.
That turning point of Monday leading over the advertising
That moment. People don't know that moment.
Very interesting.
But that was, and you can ask anyone that watched those games. They'll tell you who made the difference. They'll tell you. And I'm not saying this to brag or anything. This is the fact.
What did Monday say after the game?
He was speechless. I actually remember he was speechless. He just came, he shook my hand, and he took like a deep breath and let it out. He didn't say anything, but I could tell he was so grateful. Like I could tell, but he didn't say anything.
Yeah,
he's that kind of guy. But I could tell.
And then you go to you go to Elite 16.
We go to Elite 16, and the team was beefed up. They brought a couple of guys, and we qualified to the BAL.
And then they bring the real full of basketballers.
Yeah. So
in quotes.
Yeah. So now when you think about all that, because at some point one of the conversations was about not being grateful.
Yeah.
Not being grateful. The team has done everything. We're just not grateful. And when I think back to how many times I put my body on the line for the team.
Yeah.
I mean, even just the Blazers series, I was on painkiller shots.
Yeah, we are getting into the Blazers series.
No, like that's the 2022 when I was still with the
7-game series. Yes.
I played through. I mean, after that game, for example, I couldn't walk. I actually couldn't walk. I remember staying in the locker room for like 2.5 hours after everyone left. I stayed behind and I got ice, and I just took some time to allow my body to, I couldn't walk.
Yeah.
And then, being called ungrateful, that just hits deep,
Yeah.
And I mean, even before leaving, I sat on that contract offer, because when I left, I went to Congo first before coming back and joining Blazers. I sat on that contract offer.
From Oilers?
No, from the Congo team.
Oh, from the
Congo team.
Okay. Which team was that?
Shawsport. It's called Shawsport.
Okay.
I sat on that contract offer for a while. I mean, James Okello and Jimmy Enabu, they got their contracts and they, they left. But I had gotten my offer before, and I was just sitting on it because I didn't want to leave the team. I sat on that.
Did Oilers know you had that contract?
They did not.
Okay.
They did not. I sat on it for a while. I was really bothered, at that time, and all we asked for as senior players was just fair treatment.
Yeah.
Just fair treatment. I won't go into like the extra details, but just fair treatment. We are guys that have
treat you for who you are, at least.
That's it.
And that's it.
That's it. Yeah. But again, we were called ungrateful, and I sat on that contract offer for a while until and now when James and Jimmy left, I don't know. I felt like the team was now hollow, like something had been taken away, because these are guys that I had been playing with for such a long time, and we had become a family, So when because even they first went to management and said, guys, this is just we just want ABCD. It wasn't anything ridiculous.
Yeah.
And because even after we left, what we asked for was given to the guys that stayed behind. You know what I mean? So that whole dynamic, it was just, but.
And then in that space, Blazers come in.
So now Blazers came in after the Congo contract got done for me. And I know even for
so
for
you
James
played in
and
Congo for,
I played in Congo 3 months.
How long?
I had a 3-month contract.
3 months. Okay.
I had a 3-month contract.
Okay. Same with Jimmy and
James played
James.
in Burundi.
Burundi.
Yeah, they also got, I think, 3-month contracts in Burundi.
So so I want to know how Blazers approach you guys. and of course the deal must be better than what Oilers were giving.
Yes, for sure. So they did talk to us after our departure was announced. And when we came back, the conversations started. Just informal conversations with Coach Steve. We're just talking about the possibility of signing with the Blazers the next season, and it was something we were open to. At that time, the year is ending. You don't really want to think much about basketball, but we're talking, and you're saying management is serious about having you guys on board. It's something you should look into, blah, blah, blah. The season is starting early. Just consider signing. And so we started talking about it last year. And then it materialized this year in January.
Yeah. And once you move to Blazers, the mission is one. Remember, the previous season, unfinished business for Blazers. Now, they have the people who beat them in their camp.
Yeah.
Big difference because Blazers had winners now in their roster. And these are people who made a difference in Oilers.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, you are thinking, the Blazers management is thinking, this is it. Did you guys think the same?
Yes, 100%. 100%. We had a number of meetings we met a couple of times with Coach Steve, but then we also had a couple of meetings with the managers as well.
Yeah.
And the talk was always the same. We're adding you guys because you carry like so much experience playing both in the league and internationally.
Yeah.
And one of the objectives was to play in the BAL, so they said if we add these pieces, we know if we actually get to the BAL, these are guys that have been there and they'll know exactly what to do, So it wasn't just like their plans weren't superficial, like short term, it was they're looking at
a clear path.
Yes. The objective was very clear. We want to win the league and we want to play in the road to BAL. Represent the country. And the only way we can do that is if we get you guys on board.
And I mean, you whiz past everyone in the regular, including Oilers. Both fixtures.
Yes.
I mean, top seed. And of course, there's that controversy in between of who goes to road to BAL and all. Finally, you get the nod. You go to BAL, rather to road to BAL. And Tonny is on the touchline coaching. Like, what the hell? What's happening? So at the time, we were like, what's happening? And then we got to figure it was down to a few qualification issues here and there.
Yes.
Is that the case?
Yes.
You had the papers for that. And it's because I'm told we've not had a coaching course in Uganda for the last, 5 years or something?
Yes. It's been a while.
So you took the badges when you were playing, like whenever you got a chance. You when did you get yours?
I don't remember which year it was, but we had an instructor from FIBA come and actually take us through that coaching course, and that's when I got my certification.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So initially it was Tonny's injured, but then again
it was a combination of both.
Okay.
Combination of both because even if I had not been coaching, I was not going to play.
Okay.
So everything just worked out in the end, since
so it
I'm
was
able
just
to play.
purely down to the qualifications
For that.
Otherwise, Steve would be on the dugout.
Yes.
Okay. So you come back and, of course, you qualify for the Elite 16.
Yeah.
The fixtures are out for the Elite 16. You come back home, now there's business. Remember, it was City Oilers supposed to be on the road to bar as champions. But somehow, a few technicalities here at FUBA, and you guys were told to go. But now you come back and you're facing Oilers in the 7-game series final. Yeah. On top of winning the championship as a plan and target, you had to show that actually you deserve to be on the road to bar.
Yes.
And that is by beating the person who should have been on sporting merit there.
Yes.
And you achieve both. Just before that, there's chaos of you've changed the fixtures, we agreed to this, this and that. Letters are flying from Namuwongo Blazers, FUBA like, no, it's this, you are playing. So we are all over the place. Yeah. Friday arrives, Blazers we are playing on Sunday. FUBA, you're playing on Friday, game 1. So like, which is which? Lunchtime, we're on several groups chatting. 3 p.m., nothing.
Yeah.
Oilers, for them, they're ready to play.
Yeah.
Namuwongo Blazers are adamant it's not happening. FUBA, it's happening.
Yeah.
Then you are threatened that if you miss game 1, you are 2-0 down, and then we are all over the place. And we are thinking, what's the mindset of the players? So now, at around, I think, 4, 5 p.m., you're playing. Yeah. Finally, a statement comes through. Yeah. You're playing. I don't remember the exact time, but the statement does come through late in the evening. And you guys come on court. And you are completely out of ideas. Oilers take game 1, take game 2, 2-0, and you're now facing the ugly face of a possible sweep. Yeah. When did you guys know as players that actually you would play on Friday? Because all along officially, you knew it was Sunday on your end.
Yes.
So at what point on Friday, the day for game 1, did you know that you are going to play?
This, I think, management was retaining their stand of us not playing on that day. But then FUBA, I mean, even in the FIBA rules, in the playoffs, in a best of 7, forfeiting 1 game doesn't put you 2-0 down, even in the FIBA rules, but FUBA had decided, they make their own rules. So now management decided to pass it down to the players. They still maintained, regardless, even if FUBA is going to put us 2-0 down, they are okay with it. But they because we are the ones that ultimately get out on the floor and play. Yeah. They decided to pass the decision down to us on whether or not we wanted to play. So we had a meeting, a players' meeting, online meeting. We did a call and spoke about it. And the majority vote was, you know what? Let's play.
What time is it at this time?
This is like 5-something.
And you're playing that night?
We're playing at 9. This is 5-something. I think by the time we came up with
the decision... People already had to go to watch the games, the ladies.
Yes. I think by the time that the statement came from the club, I think it was like 6-something coming to 7. Probably I don't remember exactly, but we had that meeting and majority vote was, let's play. Yeah. Let's just go and do whatever we can.
How much did it play in you going 2-0 down?
Huge. If you look at the games we played in Tanzania, right? Just the games alone are exhausting. Then there's the travel. The travel is also exhausting. Yeah. That's something that people don't factor in. So we traveled back Tuesday. And we basically had 1 day to rest before having to play on Friday. That's difficult. That's really difficult. And the fixture we had showed 26th, which was Sunday. Yeah. So
mentally you are tuned for 26th.
26th. Yeah. We come back Tuesday, Wednesday, guys are resting. We're not even meeting, we're not training, nothing. We're just resting, even going into Thursday, we had a session, but the agreement
Planning
still
for
was,
Sunday.
we're not playing on Friday.
Yeah.
We're training Thursday. Friday, we're going to rest. Saturday, we'll most likely meet and, just walk through a couple of things. So even mentally, we weren't there. So having to tune your mind to play on Friday it was tough.
Yeah.
And I think it showed in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're 2-0 down.
Yeah.
You are risking being swept. I mean, once you lose the third, the next game is Judgment Day.
Yeah.
And you missed the first two injured.
Yes.
You come back, clearly not, maybe you'll tell me if you were fit, but then you come for game 3 and suddenly everything changes, Tony. Were you fully fit for game 3?
I was not.
Okay.
That was, I think, in 2 months.
Yeah.
The first time I had gotten back on court to actually play.
And suddenly there's calm on court. The way you facilitate the game. I remember game 4 or 3, I don't remember exactly which one, where you had to intervene when Wanyoto tried to engage in an altercation with a player.
Yeah.
And you explicitly told him, no, this is not happening.
Yeah.
You actually fixed him under the hoops. And suddenly there was calm on court.
Yeah.
And that was it. Tony changed the game. Just after going down 2-0 and you coming on court to facilitate the change of that game and the series, what was it like for you guys? 2-0 down. I mean, what are you thinking? What are you talking about?
Pressure. There's definitely pressure.
Yeah.
At that point. And again, like you said, you go 3-0 down. The way I break series down is, if it's a best of 3, you win the first game. You need 1 more game.
Yeah.
The other team needs 2. If it's a best of 7, you win the first game. You need 3 more. The other team needs 4. You win 2. You need 2 more. The other team still needs 4.
Yeah.
Now, historically, the Oilers have never lost 4 games in a row. These are things that I know, and these are things that I was thinking about. I don't know about the rest, but these are things I was thinking about. They've never lost 4 games in a row. Even 3 games in a row. Up until this season, I think. I think at some point they lost 3 in a row during the regular season. So, and there's always a sense of pride when it comes to some of these things. You've never lost 3 in a row. You've never lost a game 7. Like these things, they play with your mind. So now we're thinking, if you go 3-0 down, every game after that becomes an elimination game for you and a championship game for them. So that the balance there becomes like it's. I mean, you might as well just give it to them.
Yeah.
So the thought process was, we can't lose game 3. If there was ever a night to fight,
that was the night.
That was the night.
And you fought.
And we fought.
Wow.
Everyone fought. So that was the mindset. We're down 2, but it's a very long series. All we have to do is get 1.
Just 1.
Just get 1.
You get 1. You get 2. You get 3. Yeah. Now the momentum is fully in your court. Now you have to close the series on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Or if you don't, they
There's
go
game
to
7.
Friday, game 7, and you don't want to take the champions to
Definitely
game 7.
Not.
Now, most of the country who follow basketball wanted some change.
Yes.
And the pressure, I'm sure you felt it from the fans as well.
Of course.
And you had to do it on that Wednesday to close the series. Just how much pressure from fans, from people who follow basketball, who came at you the night before, the day before, and during the day of that game 6?
Usually, fans are under a lot more pressure than I am. I can't speak for the other players. I mean, there's a couple of players that also reached out with so much pressure.
Yeah.
But the fans are usually under more pressure than I am. And one thing I don't allow to happen is things that don't really impact the game on the floor to affect me mentally. Because if you respond to every message, you answer every phone call, it's going to get to your head. You know, like guys saying, please, they're literally begging, please just finish this thing for us tomorrow or on the day of.
Yeah.
It gets to your head, because now you're thinking, I can't make a mistake. And once your head gets into that space, you're going to make mistakes. So I tuned all that out. I didn't want to let that get to me. Because I also knew, we've played 5 games already. We know exactly what they're going to bring.
Yeah.
Other than maybe a stronger fight, there's nothing special they're going to bring tactically to the game. This is 5 games in, you can tell, right? So now if you allow noise from fans to affect you, then even what you've been doing for the past 3 games that you've won, you're going to throw out the window. You're going to forget. You're going to fail to play.
Yeah.
But there was so many fans reaching out and just asking for us to close the series.
They're begging you, literally.
Yes, but I'm not that kind of player. I don't cave into things like that. Yeah.
And of course, watching all of you guys, both the players on court, the players on the bench, you literally played your hearts out. I remember Anthony Chukura, I think game 5, he literally played holding his fingers.
Yeah.
He fell down, I don't know how many times. At some point, you're like, I remember Paul Odong asking him, are you continuing?
Yeah.
He just like, leave me alone.
Yeah.
Like you guys like literally went to war. And finally, you ran that clock down.
Yeah.
And it's over. It's over. It's over.
Yeah.
Blazers are the champions. Oilers are no longer champions.
Yeah.
That feeling on court, I saw everyone was running crazy. How was it?
I was sharing with someone, I think the other day, that for the first time in the arena, I felt the floor vibrate.
Yeah.
I actually felt the floor vibrate. And you could tell how much it meant to the fans. It's the first one, yes. Yeah. But there was like a collective sigh of relief from the basketball world that now there had been a change.
A fundamental change.
Huge change. I could feel the floor vibrate. As fans were shouting and running onto the floor but also a sense of relief, everything flashed back to the start of the season, all the meetings, all the conversations we had, the period in the season where we lost 3 games in a row.
Yeah.
And now there's like a seed of doubt planted in the team. Second round, the games we played, just everything just came back. And there was a sense of relief that ultimately, we had achieved what we had set out to achieve.
Congratulations once again.
Thank you very much,
Tony.
Thank you very much.
Now we have a final segment that we do. It's called Pass the Torch. But before we do that, I want to give you an opportunity to tell us about you'll be traveling to, is it Nachivale?
Nachivale, yes.
Nachivale refugee camp.
Yes.
The activities that you do there together with some other colleagues, and you've been doing this for some time.
Yes, I have.
And actually in 2023, you received a very prestigious award from BAL.
Yes.
That's Basketball Africa League. Ubuntu Trophy.
Yes.
And that's given to a basketball player who plays in BAL, but also has done tremendous things to impact the community back home.
Yes.
And those, youth setups and refugee camps that you are doing, the reason you received that.
Yes.
Just briefly tell us what it's about. When you're traveling, what are you going to do? And what does it mean to even win that award?
Yeah. It was a special feeling. I'll start with that. It was a very special feeling because I'd been doing this for, I think, just over a decade. You know, just going out into community, working with youth in disadvantaged communities, the slums and the refugee camps. So what I do is just have free basketball clinics for the kids, you know, introduce them to the game. For those that have already been playing, try and sharpen their skills, you know, have life skills sessions, talk to them about life, you know, but also try and connect some of them with high school coaches, primary school coaches, see if they can get scholarships and study, because a lot of them don't study. I mean, I have so many success stories from the slums where kids had given up on education, but now they're on full ride scholarships. So I've been doing that for a while, and it finally got recognition, and it was a big deal. You know, I mean, this is Africa's premier basketball event, and to be recognized for work that I had done. Some people were shocked, by the way. A lot of people didn't know that I was doing these things, so they were shocked to see that I had won the award. And
they're like, what is it that you're doing?
Yeah, you know. So now they started following up, and I started getting more people on board. You know, people wanting to help, people wanting to partner. It opened up so many. It was an amazing experience winning that. Yeah.
Okay. A quick one. Before getting to the pass the torch. Top 5. I don't care, all time today. Top 5 in Uganda for you, basketball. Like your first 5 on a team.
Stanley Ochiti.
Yeah. Okay.
Stanley Ochiti.
Okay.
In the forward position, it's tricky. It's very tricky. But I'll go with, because I've played with him, I'll go with James Okello.
Okay.
Ugandan players, right?
Yeah, Ugandan players. Yeah.
I'll go with James Okello. Stephen Omony / Norman Blake.
Okay.
Right. And then I think probably my 2 favorite players of all time, Ben Komakech and Jimmy Enabu.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're not on that list.
No. I have way too much respect for what those 2 guys have done for the game to put myself there. I can't. No. Ben Komakech, Jimmy Enabu, Stephen Omony, James Okello, and Stanley Ochiti.
Yes. Okay. So well done. That's good stuff that you're doing, Tony. And well, we thank the Game of Life viewers and followers. We keep bringing you the very best of the guests. And also, by the way, we have a new platform or a new section whereby you can join an exclusive community of the Game of Lifers. And in that exclusive community, you'll find some exclusives, perhaps extra videos. And, well, there are things we may not show the rest, but for the members of the community, you'll get to see those as well. And maybe, who knows, you could receive the new episodes way before the rest of the world does. So get to the Game of Life, subscribe, share, and please, let's continue spreading the word. So we are with Tonny Drileba, the latest, newest national champion, National Basketball League. And now we get into a very exciting session that's called Pass the Torch, Tony. Now, Pass the Torch, normally, you get to leave a message for the coming guest, the one who's coming after you. You don't know them. Maybe it could be advice to everyone watching the show, really. So as a student of life and the game, what message do you leave to whoever cares to tune in to the Game of Life?
I think there's something that I like to live by.
Yeah.
Anything worth doing, right? Like if you feel like there's something worth doing, you do it at 100%. Because this life is not anyone's friend. You could be at the top right now, and before you know it, everything just falls apart. So, and that's what I live by, especially when it comes to the game. We've won a championship this year. I've played through injury, but I knew I needed to do what I had to do to win. That's me giving everything, because no one knows what next year holds. We don't know who's going to be on the roster. We don't know if we'll go past the quarterfinals or if we'll make the quarterfinals. If I'll still be with the Blazers. If the guys I've played with this year will still be with the Blazers. You know, there's a lot of things that can change in an instant. So if there's anything you commit yourself to, you give everything. Yeah. You give everything, because it can all change in an instant.
Thank you, Tony. I'm happy because your advice actually sinks into the advice of the previous guest, and the previous guest advised who is coming on, who is you now, that make hay when the sun still shines.
Yeah.
And the two really interlink quite well. Tony, you've been such an amazing guest. This is just the first. I know we shall do more of this. I wish you all the very best in your projects, in the game of basketball, both in the club, international, and of course, in the game of life.
Thank you very much.
Go and win several more championships.
That's the plan. That's the plan.
Good stuff.
Yeah.